welcome in.
Hi.
Another award-winning edition of After Drill. Hello,
That's right.
Beef here.
Drew.
You know him, you love him. He's got his backwards hat on. It's casual Drew today.
Cash Drew.
Velvet Elvis is here. As always, After Drill brought to you by our friends at the UPS store in Ponte Vedra Beach.
Located at 830 A1A North in Tournament Plaza, locally owned and operated by our friends the Duncans, serving the community for the last 25 years with all your printing needs. Whether it be business cards, yard signs, planners, brochures, you name it, they got you over there at the UPS store in Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. You can reach them at 904-285-2345. That's 904-285-2345.
I promise you one thing. The printers at the UPS store in Ponte Vedra Beach, quieter and much more dependable than that monster over there.
Very sleek.
Yeah, they're sleek. That thing, I want to fight that thing.
I'm telling you, there's
no
this,
offense.
almost every day there's this like half-second moment
to
of
whoever makes it.
half moment of like anxiety where I'm like, do I even know what I'm about to say? And then I black out.
You black out, you just go to your happy place.
I
and
twitch
you
a
just
little
regurgitate
bit,
it.
and then I wake back up, and I guess it came out.
I wonder at times if you're possibly a machine.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Maybe not.
Oh, look at this. Wow.
Hey guys.
Cameo appearance by the Chad Scott here.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. I'll let you know when we start. A lot of truth in jest. We're very mad at this. Yeah, big game week for the Jags. Getting ready for the Patriots game coming up Sunday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Tough ticket town here. We're calling Jacksonville
Mm-hmm.
as we get ready for Jags Patriots. Dante Fowler back in the fold.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully, he had a hell of a game in that AFC title game, so hopefully he can bring it again for the Jags against New England. I keep rubbing Drew's leg with my shoe. Sorry, Drew. I'm not trying to flirt with you. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
The new kicks, they still got the white foam.
Yeah.
Guys,
Very
what do you
nice.
think? Yeah, the
Very
old classics, the 574s.
I actually saw
Team New Balance
I saw
for
a
life.
guy on Twitter today throwing a pair that looked just like this, but they were all white. He was throwing them in the trash and said, "I'll never wear Nike again." I said, "Sir."
You are an idiot.
I don't know if you know this. That's a New Balance sneaker, you idiot.
You idiot.
Way to stick it to Nike.
Stick it to the man by burning New Balance shoes. Great work.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but the Jags are ready. We talked about it this morning on the show. Bill Belichick and his availability with the media, which ended up being just Hayes Carline, but with the media, talked about Blake Bortles. And at first blush, the soundbite we played sounds very complimentary about Blake until you digest it a little further and you see that, he didn't really say anything complimentary about Blake Bortles as a quarterback. He said lots of nice things about Blake Bortles, the athlete, and Blake Bortles, the runner, and Blake Bortles, the dude. But he never said anything about his quarterbacking. It was sort of like low-key shade from Belichick, as he said, he's a big, strong guy. He's tough to bring down. He can extend plays. All great things you'd love to hear about Tommy Bohannon, but you don't really want to hear about your quarterback, or at least as the first thing the opposing coach thinks about your quarterback.
If Gilmore didn't make the play of his life, Bill, you wouldn't have been in the Super Bowl.
Bill.
I hate you.
Bill, and maybe the teal and black.
Damn it, Bill.
When they gagged in that Super Bowl like you did, Bill.
Yeah.
Got it up your ass with the Philly special, Bill.
How's that, Bill?
You got beat by Nick bleeping Foles, Bill.
Hey, Bill, then they took the play that Tom Brady couldn't catch and made it successful against the Falcons.
Scored on it.
Bill.
Bill. Yeah. So, obviously a big topic of conversation with the Patriots this week is the comments that Jalen Ramsey made about Gronk. These ones were in the ESPN piece, the Mina Kimes piece.
I want to point out he has not been wrong yet.
He's not been wrong yet.
So far,
at least this season.
Yeah.
He criticized Matt Ryan, and Matt Ryan did not look good.
No.
On Monday night. Stafford.
No.
Did not look good.
Eli.
Now he said that Gronk. He didn't say Gronk was bad. He said that Gronk gets fat in the middle, like a lot of tight ends do.
He basically said that
Gronk,
Gronk's a good tight end. He's a crap wide receiver.
Right. He said Gronk, he has to go against corners he doesn't produce. He feasts over the middle, which, by the way, that's a lot of tight ends.
That's literally
part of the game.
Like every tight end ever.
You get fat in the middle by being able to blow coverage against linebackers who can't stay
That
with
was
you.
like the one thing he said that I didn't. It's like, dude, Gronk's a Hall of Fame tight end.
Right.
He's a tight end, Jalen.
Right.
He doesn't go out wide. If he does,
yes, you're right.
If he does, it's because he's an extremely versatile tight end.
And if he goes out wide, yes, the corners are probably going to match him up a lot better because they can stay with him and stay on him. Especially big body corners like Jalen. They're going to do well on him because If he was able to go out wide, he'd go out wide. He's not a guy who goes out wide. He's a tight end. He knows what tight ends do.
But on topic of this game, how do you feel if Leonard Fournette can't play?
It's a blow.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It's a blow.
Yeah.
I still think they can beat New England without Leonard Fournette, but I'd much rather have Leonard Fournette. Now, that's being said, I don't want to risk losing Leonard Fournette for any substantial amount of time to have him for this game.
Sure.
I don't think it's that big of a difference between winning and losing if you do not have him, but I would like to have Big Leonard because the other guys they have are great complementary backs, but the only reason they work as complementary backs is because they complement Leonard Fournette.
Leonard, we love you. We know you watch the show. Please, for the love of God, stay healthy.
Yes, Leonard Fournette. He files in under one of his assumed identities and watches the show. Love you, buddy.
Today, he might be under the identity of Joseph Bell.
Joseph Bell, who says, use Corey Grantmore. We're on to you.
Hey, Leonard.
2-7. We're on to you.
He's sneaky.
He's sneaky dog. He's sneaky dog. He's got a lot of those pseudonyms on Facebook. He's a big Facebook guy, Leonard.
Yeah.
Leonard. Yeah. He's got his Instagram story, and then, of course, his anonymous Facebook
His Instagram stories are hilarious.
Yeah, if you don't follow Leonard Fournette on Instagram, you're really missing out. Leonard Fournette's Instagram stories are the stuff of legend at this point. It's great.
Truly.
He's one of the world's foremost trash talkers. He's right up there. But what I love about Leonard's trash talking, it's almost childlike in that it's like they're like mild taunting, like playground insults. It's very fun. Now, sometimes it gets profane because they're adults and they're grown men football players, and sometimes those guys use profane language. But still, at the root of it, it's very, very...
perfect example was the "You Tell Me" he did to Jalen. You tell me.
Yes.
You tell me.
It's man.
He does it like 10 times until Jalen finally looks up and he's like, "You tell
Just
me."
leave me alone. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. If you're not following Leonard Fournette on Instagram, you're missing out. It's a good time. Obviously, that's not the only thing percolating in the sports world right now. Florence barreling down on the East Coast. We've had another college game canceled. And Georgia's game this Saturday against Middle Tennessee has now been moved up. It was going to be a night game in Athens. It's been moved up to a noon kick against Middle Tennessee, so they can get out of there. And look, we don't still know exactly what course this thing's going to take, but it's supposed to make landfall tonight.
Since we're,
it's
not
not good.
You guys like behind the scenes.
BTS.
I was supposed to work the board for the Georgia game at night. How does that work?
Well, we will air Georgia. So there may be another game that's going to get to
Miami,
Bump City.
Toledo.
Might be getting Bump City over here.
See ya.
Yeah, sorry. Go Rockets. Yeah, that's just the reality of it, man.
Sorry.
And look, there's a lot going on right now in regards to the storm. There's a lot of sports that are going to be affected. And look, obviously you got to err on the side of caution. Obviously, I saw the Talladega Super Speedways, being used for emergency for evacuees to have a safe shelter during the storm. And really, we talked about this on the Top 5 at 8, Drew. You grew up in the South.
Mm-hmm.
You're a native Floridian.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of you people watching are likely native Floridians, or you've lived down here in the South long enough that you've become familiar with Southern customs. And one thing is a truism throughout the South is that weather, while dangerous and serious, one surefire sign that weather has become really bad is if Waffle House shuts down.
Yeah,
because Waffle House will
Waffle
stay
House
open
is normally
through
the beacon,
anything.
The beacon of light,
Right.
the hope through the storm.
Right,
Yeah.
and there was a tweet yesterday. The Waffle House Storm Center is up and running. I didn't know Waffle House has a storm center, but they have a storm center. It's amazing. It looked like the Situation Room, like at the White House. It was like 5 people around a conference table, screens everywhere with the cone of concern, and a map of Waffle House locations. It's serious business, man. But if you're driving around and you're not so sure about how bad the storm's going to be, and you see your Waffle House says, "No, we're done," head for cover.
Yeah.
Things are about to get real. If Waffle House is done, you need to get out.
It's time to wrap it up.
Wrap it up. It's time to
get on out of town.
Time to get out. One thing I don't miss: stateside hurricanes, desert life. Yes, stay safe where you are, Joseph, and we'll do the same over here.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, if you're in the First Coast area, it looks like we're not going to get too much. Maybe some outer band rain.
Some rain.
But not heavy wind and not a ton of rain. So we should be all right with this one. But
just enough to knock out my TV signal as I'm here on.
But bro, if you've looked at like the weather map, like the wide range weather map, there's like 2 or 3 more of these jokers percolating out in the Atlantic, man. They're lined up. It's like a conga line ready to just erase the East Coast.
Is hurricane season just starting, or
it's just opening up? I mean, it's been the technical season's been open,
end of it?
But it's really cranking up now.
Okay,
I think it still goes for a little bit.
I don't know.
I'm not Mike Burrish. I'm not a trained professional meteorologist.
Right.
But I think we're kind of in the meat of hurricane season,
sure.
as illustrated by the conga line in the Atlantic Ocean right now.
That's
as
a
they're
fair.
Just lining up.
That's a fair assumption.
They're ready to come just ram it one after another. It's going to be a fun month of September, October around these parts. These coasts just going to have to batten down the hatches. I saw something yesterday, man. There's some little island off the coast of North Carolina. We've gone way off subject here, but whatever. The little island off the coast of North Carolina, they said like upwards of 200 people on the island have said, no, we're going to stay, we're going to ride it out.
Okay.
Like the state has evacuated, they ordered the evacuation. They've warned them that, hey, your island is at sea level, there's a good chance your island is literally going to be underwater. They've removed all emergency vehicles from the island. There's no ferry service, there's no emergency services. And these people are like, we're good. We're going to ride it out.
Yeah, that's
blew my mind.
Not smart.
But again, it has
been downgraded to a category 2. But I mean, if you're out on an island, I mean,
that's the thing.
You're gonna get flooded and
a little flat island out there at sea level. It's like
you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a rough time.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Just climb a tree and hang out, man. Yeah. That's all you can do.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah. I mean, we'll keep monitoring Florence, and you should as well, because I mean, you never know with these things. They can always change course on a dime, and you don't want to find yourself, unprepared with your pants down when the weather hits. But yeah, so we're geeked up though, man. We're ready for Jags Pats Sunday afternoon, and man, it's going to be so good.
Yes, it is.
It is. I mean, you can feel it around town. Like the energy's there, man. Like it's tangible. It's there. It's palpable. There's electricity around this game. There's a hype around this game that we haven't had here for a home game.
And as we talked about yesterday, person 1005 asked me for tickets yesterday.
Yeah. So. I mean, I feel like there's more hype for this game than maybe even for the Buffalo playoff game last year. I guess just because I think we felt like Buffalo was super gettable.
Hype, yes, but I still think the overall scene at that Buffalo game is going to be... Yeah.
No, but it's going to be electric Sunday down at TIAA Bank Field. It's going to be a hot one, guys. Yeah. It's going to be a hot one. I envy those that will be there. I'll be home with Petite watching it. I'm raising the Petite. We're molding him to be a Jaguar fan, and he's a big fan of Balake, and he's a big fan of JR, and he's a big fan of not the team that we're playing.
Sure.
Yeah. He always asks me, Daddy, who is that we're playing? And I tell him who they are, and then he puts the term stinking in front of him. Daddy, who's that? Who's that in the blue? That's the Giants. The stinking Giants.
Can't have them.
Can't have them. Gotta beat them down, buddy. Get them out. Yeah. We're ready. Jags Pats. It's go time.
Anyways, I don't have anything else to say. So
I guess Drew's ending it. Drew, you want to do the honors?
There you go.